Let's take a look at our inventory. I'm gonna put my ribbons back. I don't know if I still need the mansion key, but I'm definitely put the ribbons back. Lots of ribbons. I don't think I need the fuel right now. Let's go back to the courtyard if we can remember how to get there. Okay, I believe it is through... Yeah, I believe it's a left here. Did I not equip my gun? Weird. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the doorknob's broken. So you gotta go the long way. Yeah, okay. That didn't make me jump, I swear. Alright, and the long way through here is... Yeah. Yeah, play the game with headphones. It's so much better. Other way. I didn't like that. Some freshness is coming out of there and I don't like it. Says I'm not done in there either. So let's go in there. Yeah, if you look on your map, if it's red, then you can tell that there's more stuff to come. Alright, we got some herbs. Oh yeah, I remember where we are now. Let's go ahead and take these. We still have ones on the patio we need to remember. I swear I will say that I'll probably end up doing this at some point. I think that these games would probably be best to be played in one full playthrough. So maybe I'll take a day off and do that. Okay, here, let's go up that boss room that we were in, see if there's obviously something else we've missed. And I know we're supposed to go out to the courtyard area, but I want to see, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay, I totally just like randomly hit a button. That was funny. Okay. Okay, that area's good. This area I'm in is good. This has something missing. So creepy that the zombie came out there, but I don't know if that was... I'm assuming that was just a planned thing, or... For friends. Oh, I hate him. I hate him. Still hate him. Get off of me. Okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, we pushed the bookcase, went through here. Shelves are lined with wine glasses, so that's where we got the sheet music. There we go. And is that it for that area? Yeah. Alright, this has been productive. Let's, geez, while we're checking all these boxes, let's go back and see if we can open that one big room. It's funny, my dog can't hear this because I can't hear the audio of the game because I'm using headphones, but she is watching intently. This girl loves scary movies and scary games. I'm not joking. I'm not saying that just because it's like, haha, it's a dog. No. This girl loves scary movies. This session may be a lot of backtracking and stuff, so I'll just talk about Resident Evil while we're doing that. So I'm sure I'll be doing this in a lot of videos, but my first time playing Resident Evil, it was a rental from Blockbuster. Blockbuster was, if memory serves me correctly, and looking at Google Maps, because I do that every now and then, it was around 2 miles from my old house in Colorado, and we would go there, like, I believe it was once a week, if memory serves me correctly, once a week, and rent movies and games. So I was allowed to rent a movie, rent a game, what have you. And funny enough, my parents would, or my dad especially, would say, okay, well, remind me or remember this is when the game is due back, because you have 5 days or so that you got to rent a game. So I would have to be the one to remember and tell him. So if the game was late, that was my fault, right? Helmet. Okay. Yeah, if we were late, then that was my fault. It came, I had to pay for the late fees, if my memory serves me correctly. I remember that was a big, that was an important thing to make sure, it's like, all right, this is your responsibility. And I was in middle school, and I watched a lot of scary movies, a lot, to the point where I know my parents had conversations about it. My dad, was like, let's let him watch it. He understands the context. And yeah, I watched a lot of scary movies, and a lot of times I would rent a movie or games. I don't remember anyone stopping us for it, but I remember a few movies that I would rent that I had to make sure my dad was there. So like if I was going to this Blockbuster, say in the summer, I would just walk to Blockbuster. And I remember you know, if it was rated a certain rating, then I wasn't getting it, unless my dad was there. So like Texas Chainsaw and a few others, like I had to convince my parents, my dad particularly, to rent it for me. And I remember quite a few times like having to, you know, to bring him over there. But anyways, this was about Resident Evil, so that's kind of set the stage. And I was watching, like I said, horror movies, and I got really into zombie movies, and like Night of the Living Dead particularly. All right, octagonal. I don't think I have anything here. I'll check. Yeah, I got really into Night of the Living Dead movies, and you know, because of that, I saw this game on PlayStation named Resident Evil. I believe Resident Evil 2 was my first. Resident Evil 2 was my first Resident Evil game, and I was just immediately taken by it. It was like one of the coolest, scariest things that I'd seen. So I played the second one a ton. I pretty sure. Yeah, my dad. Then I remember I got it. I bought it, or my parents got it for me. I can't remember exactly how I got it, but I remember renting it first, and not getting that far with with Resident Evil 2, with my first time renting the game. I didn't get very far, but the exploration and the puzzles really got me. And you know, part of it was my age, being that young and playing a game that didn't hold your hand, which honestly I think that's one of the aspects of video games that I believe is extremely important to development. It helps development of kids to learn these kinds of things, these kinds of problem-solving aspects. The game didn't hold your hand in regards to the puzzles. It didn't. It doesn't keep, as you've seen here, me trying to backtrack repeatedly. It doesn't tell you, like, it doesn't remind you what things you need to go back and do. There's no checklist. There's no checklist of where you left off. There's no reminder of, like, those two emblems that are on the bottom. There's no reminder in the game that tells you, you know, when you pick up one of those things. I think that's one of them right there, the wind crest. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's one of them. So I'll bring it back. There's no reminder to any of this. So when you're playing, so when you're playing and you come across something, you have to remember what it was that you were doing, and how to get around it. For example, this safe room that I just left is the serum room, and if I get poisoned, if I get poisoned status, I need to go back to it. But there's nothing in the game. I don't believe the game reminds you of where the room is. It just says, actually I think it did the first time. I don't think it will again. But like these different items, like these crests, the one that I'm about to go try and use, the game doesn't tell you or remind you where those are. The blue and yellow gems. I got one of them. I can't remember. I don't have the other one. Oh no, did I get both? I can't even remember now. No, I didn't, because that room is marked as still needing some help, or there's still something to do in that room. Here we go. So close. These guys are annoying, but if you kind of let them fly around, they tend to get right into your path. What the heck are these chairs doing? Why does it zoom in like that? If it zooms in like that, this usually means something. You have to do something there. Okay, so this area is done. I can check second floor if I want. Yeah, why not? That's kind of what we're doing in this session. I think that's what the session's for. Oh, should I? No, before I do that, as I go scatterbrained, I'm going to go back to the... I'm going to go back and see if this crest works in the, what is it, like basement area? Assuming that's the basement. That color throws me off, makes me feel like I should be able to interact with that. But anyways, yeah, so I played the second Resident Evil and loved it. And I have a similar feeling about Resident Evil 3 as I do Majora's Mask. Excuse me. Majora's Mask, I played obviously after Ocarina of Time. And I really liked Ocarina. I loved Ocarina. Still one of my favorite games. And Majora's Mask I wanted to like so bad. It's not necessary to use now. It's weird. Okay, so it's not going to be there. It's... Oh, did it say octagonal? They're octagonal. Never mind. Okay. The one I have is hexagonal. Yeah, so Resident Evil 3 came out. I did not play Code Veronica. I played it at a friend's house like years after, but Resident Evil 3 came out, and I thought Nemesis was really cool, but it irritated me that he would... You never knew when he was going to pop out, and you couldn't kill him. And now, as an adult, I'm like, that's a really cool, you know, end boss, and a way to show how powerful this guy is. He keeps interacting with you, builds that tension. But as a kid, I was like, I don't like this. I really don't like it. So I'm excited about playing Resident Evil 3 again, because I've not played it since then, since I was little. So that's going to be fun. But Resident Evil 1, yeah, the first time I played Resident Evil 1 was, again, Blockbuster, because I'd already played Resident Evil 2, and then I saw that this game, that, you know, obviously I knew it was a sequel, but I saw Resident Evil Director's Cut was, if my memory serves me correctly, Resident Evil Director's Cut was there for rent, and I thought, first of all, being someone who absolutely loves cinema, I mean, at that age, I absolutely loved all things movies. So immediately I'm like, okay, director's cut of a game, like, how does that work? So I was intrigued right off the bat, and ended up playing it and thinking, this is just amazing. But it was amazing, but at the same time, it had aged in a way that You know, because I played the second first, right? I played them out of order, and in playing them out of order, there were quirks in the original that, you know, the second one I think improved on. Inventory space being one of those things. Yeah, let's finish up this level. Yeah, inventory space and a few other things being that, and the voice acting. So that was my first. I mean, I'd heard some bad voice acting, but that was one of the first times I could remember in my childhood, like playing a game and immediately thinking, like, wow, these are not good actors. You know, not understanding the budget because I was a kid, but immediately thinking, like, wow, these actors suck, and not understanding, like, oh, well, they don't have the budget to pay better actors. So, good. Yeah, and if you have played Resident Evil 1, you know what I'm talking about. The voice acting in the original Resident Evil 1 is terrible. This is obviously improved. This is this being the HD Remaster. This is the improved. This is actually a port off of the GameCube version, which I didn't have a GameCube, so I missed. Yeah, I missed quite a few momentous games not having a GameCube. Not as many as when I didn't have a SNES, but I just... don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, I hope that's it for these guys, 'cause I hope that's it. I mean, come on. Come on. Alright, let's go back to the item box. And heal. What? Yeah, so anyways, that's my early memories of Resident Evil. And, yeah. So there's something to be missed that I know part of it's nostalgia, but part of it's just the actual act of going and you know, finding a game or a movie that you didn't know about, which, you know, yeah, you can do that a little bit when it comes to like Netflix. But also having like a community. I really missed that, where, you know, I was a kid walking into Blockbuster, but they got to know me, which, you know, now thinking about that, I'm like, that's cool that, you know, that they remembered me, but they would make like recommendations for games and stuff. Like I would be talking to someone, they'd say, oh, have you tried this yet? Have you tried this yet? And as a kid, being you know, an adult speaking to a kid as an equal is an amazing thing for a kid, because most adults don't do that. And yeah, like you would have, you know, these little quasi friendships with you know, people. They would learn the stuff that you liked. You'd ask for recommendations, or they'd recommend stuff, which I think not many people nowadays do. I screwed that up. Okay. I don't know why this is getting so wild today. But yeah, anyways, I missed that. Blockbuster was cool, which is why I have a Blockbuster and Chill t-shirt. Plus it was a cool date night thing, where you're like... You'd like go find a movie and, you know... It's cool stuff. Alright, now that we are... Third floor... Alright, I think we're good in the mansion. Now we need to go back out to the courtyard. And trying to remember how to do that. Remembering that the door is broken. Alright, so I need to go through the first floor. Yep. I'm on the second floor now. There we go. So now I'm like trying to remember, like, oh, I have to go through the first floor because that one door locks, I believe, or the handle's broken. I believe I can get through it one way, can't get through the other, if my memory serves me correctly. I cannot backtrack. If I can't get to it at all, I'm gonna really wonder and have to think this out. I think I left that one zombie like behind the desk. Because why not? Yep. And he can stay there. Yeah, so because like I miss places like Blockbuster, there's some like local used game stores or like retro game stores, and there isn't a movie trading company around me. I wish that there was. I may Google and see if there's something like that around here. I don't think that there is. Hold on. Out here, I believe is... Out here, I believe there's some herbs. But anyways, yeah, there's some like retro game stores around here that like I'll go into, can talk, talk shop with people that know stuff, and every now and then I'm like surprised or irritated that they don't know something. Like not that I'm like they work in a retro video game store, and it's like I'm not even talking about like deep cut like trivia stuff. I went in a while back and was like, and asked them like, do you have a Wii U Pro controller? And they're like, oh, you mean the gamepad, which is paired with the video game console? I was like, no, there's a Pro controller. There's a wireless Pro controller that you can play. You can use to play games, and it's considerably great. Great. At least they're the slow ones. I just kind of want to walk around them though. Is this the range now? Yep, lucked out there. Yeah, so I can't find my Wii U Pro controller, so I was looking to see, like, okay, do they have one? Knowing that, this is a older console, but thinking, like, well, they'll probably have it. Probably have one, right? They'll probably know. And yeah, he had no idea, and I'm thinking, man, the Wii U isn't that old of a console. They were still okay, it was not successful, sure, we can talk about that, but I'm thinking that the Wii U came out in was it 2012? I'll have to double check. Obviously got replaced by the Switch, but I'm thinking this console didn't come out that long ago, and you don't remember, so it's kind of irritated there. All right, and I don't remember what's through here, but let's take a look. Now that we're on to like actually figuring stuff out. Let's hit west. And yes, I did look up a little bit. I have the, like I said, the non-spoilery walkthrough. Specifically so I won't get caught up on this kind of stuff. Blue faces north, okay. Yeah, so sue me on that. This game has enough backtracking that I got like a non-spoilery review, or non-spoilery walkthrough that will, you know, give me these little reminders. Because I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out. Let me know in the comments where the clues were for this one. Unless the clue is to literally make them face away from the thing. I hate birds. La 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 la. One more. Really? Change your flight pattern for me? That's so nice of you. Alright, move. Auto aim is way off. There we go. Health's in caution. Great. Oh. Well, here we go. When the wind sweeps across the earth and the heavens. Okay. Well, I have to backtrack. Is this locked? It's not locked. Okay. Let's go through a little bit, and then I'm going to backtrack and grab that that crest that I put up. What? Okay, this is spooky. I mean, the whole game is spooky, but come on. what's in here. Gonna heal. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I only have 9 bullets left. That's it? Probably a bad idea. Yeah, map of the courtyard. Cool. Glad I continued because there's an item box. Is there anything else in here? There's stuff in here, okay. I really don't like that I only have, that I have such, I don't like that I have so few, such scarce ammo with the handgun, so. Firewood looks fresh. Yeah, it shouldn't freak you out at all. Alright, let's go back down this spooky path. Up here. Oh. Right back to where I was. Thank you. Thank you. I think this is right. Yeah, this is going to be... I mean, it seems linear. Or it looks linear by looking at the map, so it just seems like it's something I'm going to get confused. I'm going to get turned around, even though I shouldn't get turned around. I feel like I'm going to get turned around here. Which is something I could probably do very well. All right, so. I'm gonna take them all. A button? Okay, 2, 1, 3. Never mind. So plus 2 plus 3 equals 5. I know math. Two plus 3. Yeah, I'll take the revolver. Nice. Magnum revolver. Very happy, please. So we go back and take a look at the cabin, because there's still says that there's something I have to do there. There's something I haven't examined or picked up. Show me something shiny. That's shiny. Crank, yeah. Don't need that yet. Put them back as well. What? Okay, totally should have saved. Totally should have saved, and I didn't. Get it? Did I get it? No way. No way. Oh, come on. If this is like an unkillable monster, I'm gonna be annoyed that I'm using all my ammo. I feel like it is. Alright, I'm just gonna run. That sucks. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and go back into the mansion and save there, since I didn't save in the safe room when it was safe. That was fun, though. Could be worse, could be worse. I think I'm trying to remember where our closest safe room is. I want to say it's first floor, east side. That's okay. That's okay. Wow, in danger too. Jeez. Well, I guess I could use that. Totally forgot I had a healing. That's fine. We'll go ahead and save because I think it's a good spot to save. Yeah, let's see if I can get through that door. Oh yeah. Alright, well that was productive. And we will, yeah, we'll end there, and we'll see you guys next time.